Good morning, class. Thank you so much for sitting in y'all's assigned spots. So, can somebody raise their hand and read the board for me, please? Yes. Yes, so the board does say addition. So today we will be learning how to add up numbers. We will start with a Brain Pop Junior video to kind of show you the basics. The video does have bigger numbers, and today we won't go into big numbers. We'll do smaller numbers, so don't get overwhelmed, but we will start off by watching a video. Alrighty, kids, I'm gonna go ahead and start playing the video. Please pay attention to what they are talking about. Is super important, so please do not play around right now. We can do that later, but for now I really need y'all to pay attention. Okay.
That's a really good one, Moby. It's gonna take a long time to make 1,000 paper cranes to make our wish come true. How many paper cranes have we made so far? We should add our cranes together and see. But what's the best way to add? Well, when you add, you join groups together to find the total. Let's see. We have 4 blue cranes and 3 red cranes. A tally chart could help add them together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cranes in all. Hey, another way to add is to write a number sentence. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. Right, the total can be called the sum. And you can also write the number sentence up and down instead of across. I guess there's lots of good ways to add. Well, another way to add is to count on. How do you count on to add? When you count on, you start with the bigger number and then add the smaller number. Let's find out how many pink and violet cranes we have in all. Good idea, Moby. We can use a number line to help us count on. We have 5 pink cranes, so we can start with 5 on the number line. And we have 3 violet cranes, so we can move ahead 3 spots on the number line to find the total. There are 8 cranes in all. Counting on could get tough if we added 2 large numbers. How do you add 10? Wow, there are a lot of orange and turquoise cranes here. You counted 8 orange cranes and 10 turquoise cranes. It would take a while to count on to find the sum. But if we add 10, it'll be a lot faster. We can start with 8 and add on 10 to make 18. All you have to do is add 1 to the tens place. Now we can start with 8 and add on 2 tens. Right, Moby, there is a pattern. When you add tens to a number, the tens place changes, but the ones place stays the same. How can you use doubles to add? I guess knowing your doubles can make adding faster. If I have 8 yellow cranes and 8 magenta cranes, I know there's 16 cranes in all. Because I know 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. It's a double. So now we have 8 yellow cranes and 7 magenta cranes. We can still use doubles to figure out the sum. I know that 7 is 1 less than 8, So the sum must be 1 less than 16. 8 plus 7 equals 15. The sum is 1 less than the double. Well, since 9 is 1 more than 8, the sum must be 1 more than 16. 8 plus 9 equals 17. I'm glad there's so many different ways to add. I can pick the way that's easiest and fastest for me. But I wish there were ways to make 1,000 paper cranes easier and faster.
Okay, so like I said earlier, this video did have double digit numbers, which we will not be doing today. We will do single digit numbers for adding purposes, just because since, you know, I'm trying to introduce it to y'all, I don't want y'all to get too overwhelmed. Plus, it's better to start off small and then go into depth and go bigger, correct? Right. Okay, kids. So now that we have finished watching the video, we will go ahead and do our second thing, okay? Okay, kiddos, it's brainstorming time. So with a raise of hands, and do not shout out, I need y'all to think of ideas that y'all in every day, or, you know, y'all find yourselves doing, adding things together. What things do y'all add together? And then I'm gonna go ahead and write down the list of all y'all's ideas, okay? Okay, so brainstorming, as I'm writing it down, I want y'all to think, okay? Great, I'm already seeing hands up. Okay, Tommy, what was your example that you came up with? Yes, okay, so putting together money, that's a good one. So we got putting together money. Okay, now Alexis, what example did you come up with? Perfect. Okay, so counting toys. Okay, so my example would be when I put you into two stations and then I had to combine y'all together. So at the end of the stations and rotations, and y'all sit in front of me and I count to check who's here, that's me adding all of you up. So putting together students. Alrighty, thank you so much for helping me brainstorm. We did so good today. Alrighty, so the next thing on my checklist for today, guys, is going to be a knowledge activity. So I do have slips of paper. I say slips because they're just 2 questions, so simple. It's not a lot, and it's so totally okay if you do not know the answer. This is just so I know where y'all are standing at the moment. After this, I'm gonna give y'all 10 minutes, and if you do need a little bit more time, or you think you're almost there and you just need a little bit more time, just let me know and I'll help you out. Like I'll give you a little bit more time, but for now I am giving y'all 10 minutes, and we will see after that. We will go over it together and I will help y'all out if y'all have any questions, okay? Now that we're done with our knowledge activity, we are gonna go to our learning activity. So for today, we will be in 3 stations. I have the list of groups already written down, and I'm going to show y'all what we're gonna do in the stations. For station 1, it is going to be a game. So you see the little dots all around the classroom? Yeah, okay, so I placed those earlier today. So for this station, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you questions, written down questions. And I want one of y'all, and y'all can decide who wants to read, or if y'all want to switch and take turns, that is totally up to y'all. But I do not want y'all to fight or argue, because once that happens, I will have to come in and I would have to assign and give you instructions. So would you rather me tell you what to do, or would you like to figure it out on your own? Exactly. Okay, so yes, so for this station, I have slips of paper, and they have written down questions on them. So one of y'all will read the question. There will be two other students. So I'm going to give you an example. So for one of the slips of paper, it says, Tommy, has 3 apples. So what is the number? The number is 3. So remember that. Mary gave Tommy 3 apples. So Mary, you're giving Tommy 3 apples. How many apples does Tommy have now? So the dots are going to represent apples. So if Tommy already has 3, how many dots do you go to? Exactly, you go to 3 because you already have 3. Mary gives Tommy 3 apples. So Tommy, you are gonna go to Mary, which is 3 dots ahead. So that means if you add those together, how many dots will you have? If you are confused on that, all you can do is retrace your steps. So if you go through, if you're at 3 dots, Mary gives you 3 more, you go to Mary, you can walk all the way back and count all those dots that are behind you, and that will be your answer. Or you could do 3, and then Mary could show you where her spot will be, and you could walk 3 more so you can count on the way there as well. Whatever way you decide is your choice. And for the first scenario, I will be standing right here just to make sure that y'all understand, because I want to make sure that y'all are doing it correctly. Okay? Alrighty. Alright, so y'all are going to be station 2. So for station 2, what I have planned for y'all is y'all will need your headsets, and I also want y'all to use your school computers. So did y'all bring those today like I asked? Yes? Okay, thank you so much. If not, y'all could have borrowed them from one of your classmates, but I just wanted to make sure that y'all have y'all's, because I know your passwords are in there and some of y'all forget them, but it's okay. So I do need y'all to open up your laptops, and I already have games on there for you. So I do want you to have your headsets on, but basically you're going to watch videos. There's going to be lectures, there's going to be step-by-step games, and I want you to stay focused. I don't want you paying attention to the other groups or paying attention to the person next to you. I want you to stay focused, okay? Okay, so that means y'all are going to be station 3. So station 3 means y'all are going to be with me. So we will be working together as a group, but I will also be helping y'all individually, just because I want to make sure that y'all understand it, okay? And I want to make sure that you're not confused and you go home feeling confident, because we love feeling confident, right? Correct. Okay, so for station 3, we will have questions written down, and I'm going to read those questions to y'all, and basically is in those questions I will have numbers. So I'm going to give you an example. So Stephanie has a total of 3 golden stars. So when I say 3, you're going to write down number 3. Then it says her best friend Frida gave Stephanie 4 golden stars. So we're adding, so you're going to put the plus, and what was the next number I said? It was 4, exactly correct. So then it says, how many gold stars does Stephanie have in total? That means we're adding both of those numbers. Like I said, I'm going to make sure that these numbers are single digits, because I don't want y'all to get confused. And then after that, I will give you probably like 1 minute, because you can really count them with your fingers, and then we will go over. But yes, so that is what station 3 will be. It's going to be with me, and I will be helping y'all out with the questions and scenarios. Thank you so much for sitting down on your assigned seats. So working with all of y'all seem really confident, but I mean, all of y'all are so smart, so intelligent, so bright, right? So Now, what I have for us is a little bit more challenging, but it's not hard. It's going to be fun, especially watching all of y'all. Y'all did amazing. Okay, so we have a little, I'll say pop quiz. I know y'all learned it today, but y'all are so smart and clever. So shoot, y'all should all be getting like 100. And even if y'all get a little question wrong, I'm not gonna be a hard grader. As long as you show work, I do want y'all to show work, and I already showed y'all what I want to see. So if you show work and you got the answer wrong, I'll still give you somewhat of a credit, okay? But please show work and try your best. So it is gonna be 4 questions, and I will give y'all 15 minutes. 2 of those questions are written down, and 2 of them are already equations created for you. You just have to answer them. Remember all the strategies that I told you. So yes, so you can go back to your seats and I'll hand out the worksheets.